And then he tried to sit there and try to punk out and be like, I want the money. Austin Eckler came in. I'll take the job, coach. Woo, woo, woo came in. Then you had, they said, okay, you can go, Melvin. The next, now you go over to Denver. We don't need your services. They no longer need it. You dig? And that's just what it was. But, hey, man.
There we go, people.
Yeah.
We live, baby.
We live. That's right. Hey, how y'all doing? It's Tuesday. So y'all know what that means. It is the end game. We got everything for your sports from this weekend. Yes, we got some stuff to talk about. It's me, the people's uncle. Right next to me, be the CEO, and downtown, watching that Cubs game, it's the hot corner. My brother from the same mother, Elmo Jackson. I don't know what Jody is. Jody supposed to be here, but you know something. Y'all know Mr. Friday Night Lights. You know he be doing his thing, so
he ready to jump on Dion and all. And
exactly.
So he gonna be just a little late.
Yeah, so let us drop this intro and we'll be back.
We'll be right back. This is Endgame. Yeah, jumping out of the basement, best in the game, ain't no need for replacements. Beating up the block, putting holes in the pavement. Pass up the rock, the only thing we shooting J's with. Easy on the scene, family talk is the kingpin. Sports and direct, no ESPN. Being top rate, busting streams through your state. Bro, we all up for debate, but this ain't first take. Hell no. Right here, you can get it in a hurry. Listen as we drop nuggets. No Joker, no Murray for the 3-step Curry. Took it like a thief. My homeboy Pat classified as a chief. Jody hit us with the college. We got MLB knowledge. Boxing social with the chef. TKO before the soccer. Playing homage to the best. Us, we proclaim Uncle Pudge and the CEO. This the end game.
I'm the one that got the stick. Make that motherfucker flip. Safe bet with all your chips. I'm the one. Not the two and not the three. That ain't me. I'm the one. One and only. Ain't no asses in my seat. I'm the one. Might check me on the one. Niggas hate me cause I won. And they at me, I'm the one. Ain't no faking, I'm the no mistaking, I'm the one. Ain't no breaking, I'm the one. I'm the greatest, I'm the one.
We back, live in effect. This is Endgame. Telly, I'm gonna let you ride out, my boy.
All right. Man, I can't listen. That intro, man, I wish I could put it in my rotation in my meeting.
Yes, you can, man.
All you bumping around Rockford, boy.
Download it to a zip drive, upload it to MP3 format. You can add that as a ringtone, actually.
It's hell, almost right. You can do it now. I can also just.
It sounds like a lot of work.
Send the link. No, he could just send a link and you can just actually cut it.
Please just send me the file.
Send the link and just cut it. And then
I just send the file to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just send it to me like the hoodie.
Don't do that on the live. Don't do that on the live, Telly. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Telly. No, I got you. You know I got you.
Oh, man. I couldn't help it. Oh,
I got you, man.
All right, people. It is me, the people's uncle, Uncle Pudge. I'm here. We're going to talk some NFL. Just a little bit.
Let's do it.
Of course, we're going to have to start. You know what? I don't know which one to start with, but I'm going to start with the Miami Dolphins. 70 points.
Let me tell you something.
Man. You got to pay $20 for 70 McNuggets at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Hey.
And that's what they paid, 20 points. That's what Denver paid, 20 points. And they got a 70p. That was, man, if you had any Miami players, any personnel for Miami for fantasy, you won.
Yeah.
Just by them alone.
Exactly.
You won.
You know, they expected, you expected Tyreek to get off, obviously, right here at 7 catches for 204 yards. Jaden Waller was actually out. He was out. You left him in your fantasy, and you still won.
Still won because I had Mosley. Because I had Mosley. He had 45. I mean, it was just a day for the organization.
Absolutely. I'm like, oh my gosh.
And I mean, when it came across, I'm like, that got to be a typo. Like, exactly. They must have been rushing. No, that was the actual score, 70-20.
Yeah, watching that was boy. All I did was shake my head.
Man, right.
And they did that shovel pass like 6 times and scored on it like 3 times.
You know, what you know?
I mean, if it's working, it's working.
Yeah.
If it's working, it's working.
This is my take on it. I got 3 things my take on it. One, defensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos needs to be fired, not of a job. To allow to have somebody, to have a team, right? Because we all talk about professional. They all get paid for this. But I'm saying, dude, that score was like the 1985 Bears playing the Bad News Bears. That's how that looked when I saw that score right there. And it's like they gave the little handicapped boy the ball, and he followed behind everybody just so he could score. I'm sorry to have to make that analogy loud like that. I apologize, but that's exactly what you saw when you saw that score like that. That was ridiculous right there. I said, ain't no way they doing this. Like they got some type of cheat code on or something in real life. But it was ridiculous to see that type of score like that, man, to be honest.
But it was a backstory to that, which I just found out, which is crazy because, Dolphins are my team. They defensive coordinator is Vic Fangio.
Vic Fangio. Mm-hmm.
Vic Fangio is the former head coach of the Denver Broncos. He got fired from there, so I guess Vic had a point to prove.
Hey, no sweeter payback than look across the line and stick up your middle finger and say, "Look what we did to you now. Thank you." You know what I mean? So that's ridiculous. That was ridiculous, man.
It was. They beat them boys like they owed them some money or something.
Yeah, they beat them like they.
And then now for the other one that we had privilege to witness, the Bears and Chiefs. I don't even know where to begin with that one. I'm like, did they get off the bus? I'm like, I'm sitting up here looking like, all right, here we go. Okay, that's all right. 7-0. Hey, we're going to fill them out. 14-0. Hey, we still got a chance. 21-0. Hold on, man. 28. Hey. I'm like, hold on.
I feel bad for Justin Fields.
Oh.
And I like Justin Fields. I
feel bad for him. The chief defensive tackle picked up the center and threw him into Justin Fields. I mean, drove him and threw him into. And I'm just sitting there like, where's your pride at, man? I'm like, you a grown-ass man, and you let another grown-ass man do that to you? You better not ever go to prison. You getting raped. Solidly, you going to get raped the first night, man.
That's nasty.
Man, dude, like, you can't do that. I mean, they was, oh, man, the DJ Moore dropped that perfect dime. Just dropped it. Like,
and you know what? And you couldn't get no more perfect pass than that. And that was one of the highlights that I liked about
Justin. I mean, he threw that thing deep, and I was like, oh.
He put that joker right here. Right here.
I mean, as soon as he stepped, I'm talking about he stepped, and it just hit him as soon as he stepped into space. Oh. Ridiculous. Chris Claypool, another. Just another.
Kane Skywalker.
This whole organization, man.
What's happening?
Oh, man.
It's good. Hey, I was
My
telling him
man is here.
before you got on. I was like, he might be a little late, but he ain't missing this.
Hey,
He ain't
I was
missing
knee deep, bro. Had to get a dub on the Warzone, and I seen the child like, oh shit, it's 8 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
I know, man. And then we talking about a thriller, and we had 2 thrillers now. We had the Saints and the Packers. Hell of a game. Saints
Great.
blew it. Saints
so
blew it. They had the Packers.
Yes, they did.
I was so happy for Jordan Love, man. That Joker played so great.
Hey, that Joker, man, he played with poise. He played with, a calmness. That's what your quarterback had. They gave him the time. He was not shrinking in the moment. He like, you got this. They got them. And that's all I can say. I would never say go Pack go, but congratulations. I can give them props.
You know what?
And then the Chargers-Vikings. Chargers-Vikings was another great game.
Amazing game.
Kirk Cousins shit the bed, man. He had a chance to win it, and he threw that pick.
He threw that pick.
He shit the bed.
And the crazy thing about it wasn't no reason why they shouldn't have won that game, because if you look at the last drive of the game, they were driving on the Saints. The Saints couldn't stop them, and the Saints looked completely fatigued. Like they was just out there just like this. They was just out there. They were literally driving on it. So I'm asking myself, why would you pass and you're on the 11-yard line on second down? Because you had like 30-something seconds left. Why would you
plenty
pass?
of time.
Oh, man.
You had 2 timeouts.
That's because, man, they called Matt Nagy and asked for some advice. That's why.
And in all actuality, it really wasn't his fault, because the ball got tipped twice. Right? Yeah, it got tipped twice.
Well,
and then safety.
I was shocked because when I tuned into the game, I was looking like, man, Derek Carr doing that, and I'm looking like, that ain't Derek Carr, that's a black dude. I'm like, who the hell is that? And then I found out it was Mr. Crableg, Jameis Winston.
Jameis.
I was like, Jameis was looking nice.
Florida
State.
Looking
nice.
Florida State.
And I'm like, he looking nice. So then I like to say last night Cincinnati Rams game, that was a good one.
That was a great game.
That was another good one.
That joint was another good one. First half, boy.
Hey, for who? Who was he good for?
Hey, shout out to Chad Ochocinco. He got put into their ringer.
One more for me.
So shout out to Chad Ochocinco, man. Give him that, put some respect on that man.
Put some respect on that man.
Love me some Ocho.
Right, he always been a beast anyway, so that ain't nothing.
Love me some Ocho.
The only thing he really missing is the league. I mean, is the ring. That's the only thing he really missing. But
absolutely,
that's the only. Other than that,
he tried to get one with the Patriots, but
he tried to.
He tried to get one. Oh, but let's talk about. Hold on, though. Let's talk about them boys. Are they still them boys? I mean,
Arizona fans at.
Look here, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Arizona?
Hey, when you got
without Kyler Murray,
and you got
Joshua Dobbs.
First of all, that was Bob the Builder at quarterback with that shiny ass head. God damn.
Dude, let me tell you something. When you got Joshua Dobbs out there looking like Dan Marino, Peyton Manning all mixed in one, scrambling, running up the middle, taking off like he Randall Cunningham, and he beat the count. Dude, that's just a new wave of confidence. But he ain't that confident where he's gonna be like, I'm gonna do this back to back. Because at some point he realized his talent. I'm just on the roster to get a check at this point.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's just what it is. Because he know he ain't gonna be able to repeat that next week.
Nah, he won't.
I don't know, man. Sometimes it takes the confidence, a game like that, to give him confidence. And the light bulb might have went off, and click. Okay, Joshua Dobbs can be that dude.
Nah.
Okay, I don't know, man. I'm just saying. I've seen it before. I've seen it before.
He taking up a roster spot just for a check at this point. I'm sorry. But
Hey man, I don't know who they play next
We all
week.
know-
I don't know.
We all know Kyler Murray just getting healthy. That's all that is.
That's it,
Once
that's
he get healthy, Josh is out. He gone.
Josh going
Oh,
back
of course. They didn't pay Kyler Murray all that money to hold a clipboard.
Right, go fetch
I
him.
know
Josh, go
But
fetch
you know, Joshua is auditioning. That's all he auditioning. Because it might be an opening in the Jets organization. You know, if Zach Wilson keep going like this, it might be an
They
opening.
just signed Simeon. What his name is?
Trey
Something.
Simeon.
Yeah,
Talk
I
about
think
Trey
so.
Simeon, the quarterback
They
that was
just-
with the Bears, and now he was with somebody. And now
Trevor
he
Simeon.
Trevor, yeah.
Trevor Simeon.
That
They
dude,
just signed him
man.
on the practice squad.
That's because they got to sign practice squad first, then elevate. Oh man.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Trevor Simeon on keep on getting jobs.
Yeah.
That means you ain't
How
got to
do
go
we-
to the
bro,
kid.
How do we keep getting jobs, bro?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm like,
He
Colin
banging
Kaepernick out
somebody's
there.
daughter or something, man.
Colin
He got
Kaepernick out there.
somebody's
You won't-
granddaughter or
you
something.
won't give him a chance. Colin Kaepernick out there. You won't give him a chance. But you
Right.
got these cats in him, like who's that? We was just talking about the other day, Pudge. K McNown. How you get a job?
Josh
McCown.
McCown.
How you get a job?
This dude was coaching high school football.
And
So when they called him up, I'm like,
still here.
Joshua Dobbs, man, Joshua Dobbs was working at Rock Valley Ford or something. They all called him off the car lot and like, yeah, here we go. We got a job for you.
I got a second door.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. But this week, what's up, Chef Jimbo?
Yo, fellas.
Hey,
Man.
that boy Chef Jimbo was in Tampa last night. Didn't say nothing to nobody.
Oh, you was in
Hey,
Tampa?
it was a last minute invite, doggy. I was like,
Oh, I
hey,
feel
you
you.
got dog.
You had fun?
Hey, y'all had fun. I was lit, boy. Hey, I was
I saw it.
around, but
I
not
know
but
it.
Buccaneer people.
I know, hey, but
I
the Eagles went in and handled business though.
Them boys, I said, hey, Baker good for one. Don't say that. Don't say that. And then the next drive, he threw a pick, and everybody started looking at me. I'm like, y'all knew this was true before I said it. It was cool.
Down in Tampa. Yeah, be quiet, boy. Yeah, they hurt you in Tampa. You know, they have high hopes. You know, they're only a couple of years removed from a
Man,
Super Bowl.
The Jimmy people.
Who Baker is? They know who Baker is.
They know.
Shouts out to
Man, we was talking about the 70 piece. You know, Miami going against Buffalo this week. So,
And you know,
man,
That'll be a good one.
the
That could
experts
be
got
a-
that one close. I'm still riding
it
with Buffalo.
should be.
I'm still riding with Buffalo.
I
I
got
wanna
Buffalo
see-
to pull it out.
I'm riding with Buffalo.
I
Buffalo
want
gonna
to see
pull
who
it
try
out.
to outdo each other.
Listen to me.
That's a pretty good.
The issue with Buffalo is Josh Allen with them turnovers and him trying to put it on his shoulders and do it himself. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a Josh Allen turnover that's gonna get the Dolphins a win. I'm telling you right. It's gonna be close
Hey,
all
man.
game.
Well, isn't
Close all
Waddle
game.
out? Waddle out, right?
Ain't mean nothing against
Waddle
them.
might be back.
He may be back.
Waddle might be back.
Denver's
He was out.
defense ain't Buffalo's defense, and we know that.
That's true.
And
That is
no defense in the NFL should be letting 70 points hang on their back.
Yeah.
I know defense.
Shit, I thought the Bears
Exactly.
was
The
finna
Bills
come
defense ain't
close.
letting 70. Nobody
I thought the
let
Bears
70
was finna say, hey, like, I thought the Bears was like, shit, let me show y'all how to do
I like the fans too, Jody. I like the fans too.
Jody said,
it.
I don't think so.
I
got
like to
Buffalo.
see who gonna
got
try to
Buffalo
up each other, Stephon Diggs or Tyreek Hill. I
don't
want to
even
see
think
that.
that's The
I got
edge.
Buffalo by 13.
I got Buffalo by 10.
13? I don't think about 13.
I got Buffalo by 10.
I'm gonna say Dolphins by 3. It's gonna be one. It's gonna be a rough one. Yeah, I'll say it's gonna be a rough one.
Josh
It's
Allen
gonna
turn
be a
over the
rough
ball
one.
now.
My boy.
Now let me tell you something. Now we got the toilet bowl coming up Bears Broncos. That should be the worst game of the week.
That's
I'm telling you. 6-9, 10-13. I want it to be entertaining. This gonna be like the Three Stooges meet Benny Hill. That's what it's gonna be like. There's gonna be a lot of. I'm telling you, gonna be like, that ball gonna be bouncing, fumbles, interceptions. It's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be funny, but hopefully the Bears pull it out. Because if you lose to a team that gets 70 put up on them, I don't know what to tell you no more.
I like the Broncos. I like the Broncos.
See what I'm saying? And the paper like they got the Broncos as 2.5 point favorites. I'm like, that's bad. At least you scored 10, but they scored 20 against 70, and they still got them to beat you.
Yeah, that's oh gosh.
That's horrible.
The thing that gives the Broncos the edge is obviously you got the experience of Russell Wilson, Super Bowl champion, right? That gives them the experience. The Bears got the edge on the receiving because Jerry Jeudy is out for the year. You still got DJ Moore. You still got Chase Claypool. They need to incorporate Darnell Mooney. And then you still got
Cole Kmet.
And Cole Kmet, who they're not targeting a lot, but you really need to take Khalil Herbert out, put Roschon Johnson in, because Roschon is killing when you give him that ball. He's pounding the ball, and he's making a statement every time he hit the hole, he hit the gap. So I think if it comes down close, if I had to choose, and not because I'm biased, I'm gonna say Bears by like 6 or 7, to be honest.
Mike.
I don't know what took you so long. I've been got mine twice. I keep losing the paperwork, like. Man, but as far another good one I think was the Steelers in Vegas. That was a nice one. That was another good one. You know, this week we had some pretty good games. It was only a handful of mashings.
I was telling all the early games was phenomenal to me. The later games was a little bit I mean they have.
Oh no, that early the Houston Texans they didn't skip them a Jaguar too. And I was like, the Texans?
Yeah. Houston.
I'm like, go ahead, Texans.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, I heard CJ Stroud showed out.
Boy, looking like he back in Ohio State, looking crazy. He out there looking like he was crazy, boy, for real. I'm like, oh my God.
He's out there looking like a professional.
Yeah, he was.
So, man, with that being said, this week, gonna try something new. I'm going around. Players, your game of the week and your pick for that game. Start with the CEO.
Game of the week for me? I think we already talked about it. I got Miami and the Bills, and I'm taking.
Okay, and you got the Bills. Okay.
No, I'm taking the Dolphins.
My man. He got the Dolphins. My man, Kane Skywalker.
What's up, my boy?
Your game of the week.
Who the Bucks playing?
I don't know. Maybe they all. I don't know. Let me tap into it.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Who the Bucks playing?
My man said, who the Bucks
playing? They playing the Saints.
Oh, divisional game.
Alvin Kamara coming back?
Alvin Kamara coming back.
He coming back.
Yep. Alvin
right there.
Alvin Kane. Oh, he got the Saints. Elmo, you said Bears and Dolphins. You got the Bears.
No, I was just talking about that. No, but my game of the week.
Oh, okay.
My game of the week gonna be Ravens and Browns. That's gonna be a real close one right there.
Woo, yeah.
Ravens and Browns.
The old Cleveland versus the new Cleveland.
That's gonna be a real good tight one right there. You got Deshaun.
Hold on.
Lamar.
I want to change my game of the week.
You can change your pick. It's a free cut.
Hey, you know what, boy? You got Dollar Bill and going against them Cowboys.
Dang, you stole mine. You stole mine.
Going against them Cowboys.
That's my game of the week too.
Yes, okay.
I
well,
really
who you got, Jimbo?
I got Dollar Bill.
I'm
got
leaning towards
Bill.
the Patriots. I'm leaning towards the Patriots. I'm not 100%, but I'm leaning towards the Patriots. I want to see how the Cowboys defense respond after this week. And I honestly, the Patriots gonna keep getting better and better. We know how Bill get down. They're gonna get better every week. Every week.
I'm telling y'all, every week is an inch better than where they need to go.
Yeah.
It's a 17-week season.
My bad. Now back to you, Elmo. Didn't mean to cut you off. Your
Sorry.
game of the week.
No, I say Ravens and Browns, man. You look at these young.
Yeah, you said Ravens and Browns.
Ravens and Browns. I think it's gonna be a real. It's gonna be a dueling quarterback battle. To be quite honest with you. Now the edge, I think, in my personal opinion, is going to go to the Browns because on the receiver tip. To be quite honest with you, on the receiver side, with Jerome Ford actually stepping in for Nick Chubb, they kind of edged them out on the running back side also. To be quite honest with you.
Oh no, Melvin Gordon is over there at a Raven. Melvin Gordon's a Raven. They talking about he might get some touches.
Well, good luck with that one. Yeah, he might get some touches. Right. He might get some touches, but I don't think it's going to be effective. But to me, all signs stacked towards Cleveland are going to beat them. And they're not going to beat them overwhelmingly, but I do give them by 14 points that they're going to beat the Ravens, to be quite honest with you.
All right. And as for me, I'll pick the toilet bowl. Broncos and Bears. And I got the Bears by 3 points. And I ain't gonna tell you why. I'm in an abusive relationship. I make excuses for them. I don't press charges. I believe they lie. So there you go. Now, here we go. I know he been chomping at the bit. Kane Skywalker take it over with our college.
All right, y'all. It's time for me to go. I'll be back in a little bit.
Hey,
no.
That's all we got. He was waiting for Deion to fail anyway. He was waiting for Deion to fail. Go ahead.
Me and Jimmy had a nice long conversation.
We sure did.
I figured we start off with a little something motivation to start the segment off of college football.
Today, we talk with our past. When they talk, you don't say shit. You don't say shit. You talk to thieves. You talk to your helmet. I'll beat the f*** out anyone else say I told.
Everybody's tired of hearing about
no question.
And that's going to show up on the football.
The Cinderella story is over, man.
It's pretty nice.
Does that all mean something to you? Does that all mean something to you? Yeah, I sure as hell mean something to me.
Hey, I'd like to report a crime to the murder to these ducks.
Different culture. Power of unity. Different brotherhood.
I always been about it.
I ain't ever seen a redwood stand alone. A redwood strength in its what? Roots. Right? And not in the individual roots. It's because they're what? They're connected. Right? Connected. Connection in this room. Connection. 60 minutes or as long as it takes. Let's go.
Woo! Tell me you ain't ready to get fired up out there. Tell me
Man, you got me going to look for my helmet and pads.
He said,
where they at?
He said, y'all so little. He said he'll beat the fuck out of y'all. He said y'all so little. That's what he said, Anna. He said y'all so
Mike,
little.
Just get to your point, man.
Because he been waiting for this. He's been waiting for this since Saturday. That's
Jimmy, I'm still trying to figure out what was the point of that video.
I wanted us to get hyped up for the in-game podcast. I wanted us to get hyped up because that's what Shiloh say.
Go ahead.
Call the cops. We about to kill these ducks.
Yeah, he was talking crazy now.
Let's talk about it, Mike.
We all knew the game of the week. Our game of the week. So, me and Jimmy had a conversation today, right? And I explained to Jimmy, right? I don't dislike that man. Hell, under normal circumstances, I would root for the brother, right? But at this point, I'm only doing it for y'all. I'm doing it to troll.
Thank you, Samantha. Thank you.
That's my baby, y'all. Y'all hear what my baby talking about?
Thank you.
She on the side of Coach Prime.
Hey,
she on the side of Coach Prime.
I'm just doing it to troll y'all. If you know me, right? And as two people, Jimmy and Brandon have known me for at least 10 years. They know me.
Man. Y'all is a big word.
No, I will say, I
Ain't no
told Mike
lie.
this. I said, Mike, I don't consider you a hater because you've had great things to say about Prime.
I've had a lot
Now,
of great things.
Telly's a hater. Telly
I
can't say,
hate the
he
man
can't muster
guts.
up one good thing to say about this man.
Hold on.
Exactly.
I'm gonna
Nope.
say this. I'm gonna say I told Brett
Not anymore.
I'm gonna give my professional sports analyst before
Yeah,
I get petty.
you did
I'm
say
gonna give
that.
my professional sports analyst. So
Do that for
listen,
me, please.
I believe that Oregon came out and literally got in between the hashes and said, we are going to exploit your weakest part. Oregon was like, we're going to exploit that offensive line and we're going to exploit that defensive line. And I'm going to be honest with you, Oregon didn't beat them when they front four. They just kept blitzing and blitzing. And they did the only thing that Oregon did all 60 minutes was stayed in their fucking gap. Do you hear me? I've been saying that since the first game. Shiloh or Schrader did not have opportunity to get outside that pocket and make magic happen. He had to stand in that pocket because he couldn't run. The defensive ends didn't get up the field, and they rushed and then they stopped. Schrader could not go side to side and run around the pocket.
Shador. Not Schrader. Shador.
Listen, Schrader, that boy, the quarterback, the Buffalo chicken quarterback, whatever, right? He had to stay in his lane and could not do his magic like he's done all season long. Because all season, as much as I hate to admit it, the nigga's been phenomenal outside that pocket. He get outside that pocket and make some shit happen. Okay, but he couldn't get outside the pocket.
That's how you contain a mobile quarterback.
Oregon had the advantage because they didn't have to worry about a Travis Hunter. So they literally damn near played man coverage the whole game, which left 5 people at the line and 2 people like at the linebacker position. And they just beat them all game. On defense, they just beat them. They wouldn't let them get up the field. And on offense, bro, they literally just handed the ball off to their running back. They literally was like, we're going to run the ball. We're going to throw swing passes. We're going to throw wide receiver screens. Like, Bo Nix did not push the ball down the field because at the end of the day, he just didn't have to. He didn't have to. That offensive line at Oregon bullied the shit out of that defensive line at Colorado. And we knew it was a weak spot, but goddamn, we didn't know it was that weak. Just didn't know it was that weak. Like, you know, I was like, I understand their defensive line is a concern, but shit, I didn't know that defensive line. But then again, as a proud Miami fan, Mario Cristobal is an offensive line guru, and I'm pretty sure 80% of that offensive line is Mario Cristobal recruits. So I can see what that offensive line was just way better. That offensive line was superior. Bo Nix barely got touched that game. And at the end of the day, Oregon just took the offensive line and the defensive line and just bullied Colorado all 60 minutes of the game. And they showed them mercy because they slacked up in the second half. They came out and only scored 7 points in the second half. They very well slacked up. Oregon very well could have dropped 70 on them boys, but he chose not to. And that's my professional analyst of that game. Is it fair?
Now what else we got? That's fair.
Is that fair, B? Is that fair, Jimmy?
That's fair.
Listen.
That's fair.
Listen. At
Yep.
the end of
We gotta hear from
the
them.
day, this is the fact. They lost. They got their
Exactly.
butt spanked.
Right.
Yeah.
On to the next
No
game.
excuse.
That's
No
it.
excuse.
No, you don't want to go.
They beat
You
the
don't want
crap
to go
out
on
of
to
them.
the next game
They beat the crap
because
out
this
of
is the
them.
sequel. This is the
On to
sequel.
the net. And we're going to get them
Ass
that credit.
whooping part 2.
The Ducks did what they were supposed to do, and they dominated. What Deion
What
tell
you
his
mean they was
players,
supposed to do?
we go out there and we supposed to dominate. Hold on. Deion's motto to his players is every time we get on that field, we need to dominate. They didn't dominate, but the Ducks did. Oregon did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They dominated. And kudos to them.
Mhm.
See, real football fans, we're not taking nothing away from them boys. Them boys played a magnificent game. Hats
Amazing
off to
game.
them boys. They did their thing
Amazing.
because
Yeah.
they demolished them. But now the game is done.
But
We
now,
lost. We got to eat our
yep, we
crow.
done.
So
Mhm.
on to the next.
But see, Jimmy, you say that.
And now
phrase.
you gonna eat some buffalo.
No.
Next game is gonna be worse.
But tell you, here's my problem, right? And here's why I've been on all the social media sites. I keep telling all those Buffalo chicken wing fans, no, come back and sit your ass down because you don't get to just we lost, we got our butt whipped, move on to the next game.
Mhm. Mhm.
You you get to sit here and hear my mouth for the next week because when y'all was
Cause we
winning,
had to hear your mouth.
you was winning, could nobody shut up. So now all of a sudden you take a loss and it's like, oh, we lost, let's move on. Nah, bring your ass back. You get to come out for the next
Come
week.
on, I thought y'all was
All it
coming.
is.
Thought y'all was coming.
All it
So
is,
Bro, listen, it's
all it
like I
is.
told
Listen,
Mike. Oh, go ahead, Brandon. My fault.
no. I was gonna say all it is, and Deion said this in the press conference after the game. It ain't the world against the Colorado Buffaloes. It's the world against Deion Sanders for some reason. Everybody want to see this man fail. He called it
Exactly.
L.
I agree.
no.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, they do. Yes, y'all
Yes, they
do.
do. Yes,
No.
they do.
Yes, they do.
Go ahead.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
He
No.
called it L. Nick Saban got L's. Urban Meyer got L's.
Mm-hmm.
Jimbo Fisher got L's.
They ain't make a big deal about it, right? Right?
Nobody.
Who ain't make a big deal about it?
Baby. Exactly.
Every time Nick Saban get an L, it's a big deal.
No,
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 it's
stop
not.
it,
Yes.
Ellie.
No, it's
Stop it,
not.
Ellie.
I make a big deal about it. I make a big deal about it.
You ain't
I always say, what happened?
Exactly.
When he
No.
first
I'm like,
started
what
out,
happened?
6-6.
Yeah. Alabama.
Go ahead, Elmo.
I hate Alabama.
So you look at two things that happened. First of all, in the Colorado and Oregon game. One of the things that really got
They showed up.
me. No, besides that, is one of the things that really stood out to me is when you went inside the Oregon locker room, when the head coach said they play for clicks, we play for wins. I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? When he said that, I was like, man, that was like,
That was
You know
good.
what he
that was
did,
heavy.
though?
That was heavy, right?
You know what he did when he said that? That was the best motivator.
Exactly.
To get his team going. That was the
Exactly.
best motivator for him to say. To go against Coach Prime, who's been on the
Exactly.
top of the football world, that was
Exactly.
the best thing to say in that moment.
And then secondly, when you look at Colorado, the way they play with no confidence. Oregon came out with that confidence. They came out with the confidence and they backed it up, right? Because when you actually look, if you actually go back and just look at each quarter, breakdown by breakdown, Colorado was playing scared. You know what I mean? They were literally playing scared. They was out there trying to do the best they could, but they were
Bravado.
They were playing scared. And I'm like, man, what is
Why?
going on here? You know?
Yeah, why?
But three, this
Why
is my
they
final-
playing scared?
Hold on. This is my final point though, because like I said before, cats like you, cats like Jody, y'all want Deion to win lose for whatever reason, right? Y'all want.
I told you why.
Y'all
told you
want
why.
him to lose. And the reason why, just like y'all like so all these other million people, is because y'all can't handle what Deion is, how he talked the smack, how he got the swag.
Yeah.
That bothers y'all for whatever
bothers
reason.
them.
Hold on, God.
But
Yeah.
no,
I'm going to push back on that.
that
I want to
bothers
push
you.
back on that
But
too.
if you
I'm
know,
gonna push back
and we
on
all
that.
know, and we all know
They
football
hate
here,
it.
Deion has always been like that since he's been at Florida State, since he's been with Dallas, since he's been with San Francisco, and even now. This ain't nothing different about him. This ain't nothing new.
This ain't
about
nothing
Deion.
new.
No,
Okay,
Deion is
okay.
just older. That's all this is. But he always
Hold
been
on,
the
Elmo.
same.
Elmo,
Okay. Go ahead, Jody.
I want to say this.
Must be the money.
Did I not play that? Did I not play that song on the podcast when we
You
talked
did.
about
You
Deion?
did.
Now we
Absolutely.
had a
Yeah.
conversation. Mike actually say Deion has been true to himself from the beginning to the end.
Listen,
He's been himself.
Elmo,
Yeah.
I want to put myself in a different category because you are absolutely right. Me and Jimmy talked about it. A lot of the hate on Deion is these old school people that don't like him being so damn loud, and basically racist people that don't don't see a nigga win. That is a lot of Deion's hate. Elmo, I don't hate Deion. I want to see the brother do good. I truly do. I don't have a damn issue against Deion. I cheer for the man when he left Jackson State. I sat up here publicly and said, fuck Jackson State. I would have left too. For $29 million, fuck Jackson State. I said it. I was happy Deion went to Colorado. My issue isn't with Deion. My issue is the fans. I like trolling his supporters because they seem to just come out of nowhere. And it's just like all of a sudden we started getting called haters, right? And I tell y'all who I'm talking about after the show. We started getting called haters because we wasn't jumping on the Deion dick ride wagon. And so now I'm like, well, now I gotta go against the nigga now because why not? Why not? Why not be true to myself? If Deion can be true to himself, I'm gonna be true to myself, and I'm gonna go against the masses. My My only critique with Deion is this. Deion came in being himself. It's like, bro, you should have known that everybody was gonna want to burst your bubble. Everybody was gonna burst your bubble. So, and the other part of this is this, and I said this to Jimmy. Me and Jimmy had a nice long conversation. The other problem is the fucking media, okay? Because the media has blew this up to a proportion where it has gotten ridiculous. Because I follow ESPN and ESPN college football on Instagram, and I swear to God, for the last month, all you've seen is nothing but Oregon posts. And it got to a point where it's like, damn, you do realize there's other teams in college football.
Colorado.
Whatever. Besides Colorado, bro. And that's not even me hating on Deion. It's just like I follow this to see what's going on in college football, right? And it's just like, but for some reason, y'all, ESPN and nobody else seems to be following anything else.
Hold on.
Bro, it's about the money. You already know.
Exactly. This is a business. It's a business.
I got two points to make. And then I'm done. And it's funny you should say that, Jody, because that's how I feel about your phony ass team.
Hold on.
Now you understand.
Hold on.
No, it ain't hold on. Now you understand.
Hey, you know what about LeBron?
He done broke out the cannons now. Hold on.
Hey,
wait a minute.
Hold on.
LeBron, the same thing as Deion. He just misunderstood, bro. Don't do that.
Yeah, okay, well, whatever.
First of all, hold on. No, we ain't gonna jump into NBA. That ain't our thing here. We ain't finna do
that. Ain't not, but that's Brandon. But my second point is this. How dare you say that to me? My favorite athlete is The Rock. The most outspoken person in a team.
The Rock is.
I do not have a problem. I do not have a problem.
He's scripted.
No, The Rock come off the top of his head. I'm talking about his promos and stuff.
That's scripted.
Man, let me tell you something.
That's good for business.
Let me tell you something. Whatever it is, he still come off as whatever. I had a Deion Sanders Dallas Cowboys jersey. Made it my business to go out and get one. I was a fan of Deion. What I don't like is what he did to Jackson State. He came down there. Hold on, I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you. Deion came down there. Deion said, and this is what Deion, you can look this up. Why is it we can't coach our own? Why is it we can't build our own? Why is it we, meaning black folk, he said this. He came and said all that. And then he turned his back on us. That's what pissed me off about Deion.
He was there for 3 years.
But when the thing is, this is not John Madden. You can't build anything in 3 years.
So let me ask you a question.
But then he talk about the money. Hold on, he talk about the money.
Let me tell
okay, he went to Colorado and they didn't even have a dime to pay him. They didn't even have a dime to pay the man.
Let me take a poll.
But he went anyway.
Let me say.
And then you know how many times, you know how many times I've been called Uncle Ruckus, sellout, because I did not jump on this man bandwagon.
I ain't going that far. Well, all I'm saying.
I mean, go look on my Facebook. I've been called these things.
If you left one job for another job for more money,
you'll switch out then.
Thank you.
Are you a switch out?
Brother, I've done that. But I never went to a job and said, I'm going to transform the culture. I'm going to put this on the map. I'm going to do this. I go to work
real quick, Telly.
And I leave. Shit.
You said that he went to Colorado and they didn't have a dime to pay him. But now let's remember, Colorado was $1 billion business.
But Colorado,
so they had the money, it just wasn't allocated at that time.
Exactly.
Colorado said,
what's good, Ali?
Hey,
what's good?
If you advertise, if you get us the people in the stands, bro, we'll get you the money.
The prestige was there.
Everything we say we gonna give you. You just gotta give them something to come to the games.
Who is
prestige. It's the prestige. It's the prestige that's gonna bring this.
What?
It's the prestige, of course.
Exactly. He should have done that with Jackson State.
It's a bit.
You could have built that at Jackson State.
But how?
How? You just said it's Deion.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Okay, you started to see the influence. You started to see Jackson State on ESPN. You started to see this stuff.
You still see them on ESPN. They got a 5-year contract.
Go ahead, Brandon. Go
Let
ahead.
me see him. Yeah, go ahead.
But because of that is trash though.
Listen.
They trash now.
Listen, Telly, you sitting here and you upset about Deion leaving Jackson State. Deion came onto Jackson State campus and told you what he was going to do. Did he not do it?
He did it.
Nope. He did not build that program
in a better position.
Thank you. He put Jackson State in a better position, and it was time for him to phase to the next part of his life.
Exactly.
He did what he was supposed to do at Jackson State, and it was time for him to phase to another part of his life. How can you be upset with that?
You cannot be. He leveraged this connection.
I can be. But he said he was going to build it for us. Why can't we have an Alabama type school? Alabama type thing.
Telly, we're never.
That's what he said. Did I say that? He said. I didn't put words in his mouth. He said it.
He's selling.
He said it, and he didn't do it. If the man said I'm just doing this because I want to go on,
Breaking Bad.
you know, I'm going on. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
It must be. It must be.
Right there. I remember that video. Used to play on the box channel 13. We used to live in the project. The box, baby. Used to play on the box.
There it is.
That was my jam. I used to bump that too.
It's a business.
But man, look, snake oil. Snake oil.
You're making it personal.
Yep, I'm gonna make it personal. I'm gonna make it personal when it comes to our black people. When it comes to our black people, I'm gonna make it personal. You know, because you offered to build it up. And I'm like, dude, you offered that the job was not done.
The job
he stopped.
Telly, the job was never gonna be done, Telly.
Exactly.
Because
you can't say that.
Hold on.
You can't say never.
Hold on. They're still gonna be in the same position that they're always gonna be in. Not getting enough funds.
No, they were no. That was changing.
And then you can have
that was changing.
Let me tell you one more thing, then you can have it. One more thing. If you want to hold Deion responsible for the success of HBCUs, we need to begin to talk to the parents and those kids. If some of these
I'm holding them responsible for the things he said.
If some of these top recruits will go to the HBCUs,
absolutely,
it'll change everything.
Okay,
absolutely,
change everything.
Okay.
Hear me out. We had this conversation. I had this conversation, and here's the deal. Okay, and this is not me being a hater. And this is me giving you that 100% real with HBCUs. I keep saying it, and I don't know why people keep telling me I'm crazy. HBCUs are no better than Division three fucking colleges. Okay, and my biggest issue was Deion would literally go undefeated playing other HBCUs, and guess what? When he got to his bowl game and they put his 13-0 Jackson State against, well, I can't even think. I think it was like UFC, and UFC go out there and mock these niggas 41-0. I think it was Deion was like, I got to get to a place with better talent because I'm a better coach than this. And he just
better talent. Yeah, Travis Hunter them with him.
Bro, he never had the talent to compete in D1. Deion looked good in HBCUs. Let's get it real. Deion looked good coaching HBCUs. Deion went to the Division I schools and poached all the pretty much niggas leaving the deep ones. Like, just like he got 3 Miami Hurricanes to come play for Jackson State, just like he was getting niggas from Georgia and Alabama. It was easy for him to go get these dudes that left these big schools to come play at the HBCU and beat the shit out of other HBCUs. But when Deion started playing other D1 colleges, he was getting his ass whooped at every single game. You notice he never won a bowl game because they always put his high-ranked ass HBCU against some lower-tier D1 school, and he got his ass whooped. And so he was getting his ass
And
whooped.
that's where you build from. That's where the building started.
They wasn't paying this man. Hell, Mississippi was out of water for a whole goddamn week, right? They had a state of emergency. They had
whole month.
For a whole month, my bad. For a whole month, it was a state of emergency every time a hurricane.
There ain't shit he can do about that.
So, but
is he a football coach or a congressman?
Tell me.
But let you tell it. He's the savior.
I can guarantee you that in a tornado, I bet Tuscaloosa ain't gonna go without shit. Not with Nick Saban on there. But at the end of the day, is this right? Deion did what he should have did, and he should have left. And I'm not mad at Deion. I'm just sick of the fans. I don't have any personal feelings against Deion. I just like trolling his fans. But to move on, Notre Dame, Ohio State. Let's talk about the fact that Notre Dame blew that game because they forgot to put another nigga on the field. Last play of the game, 1 second left. Notre Dame had 10 people on the field. Let's talk about it.
I know, right?
Yeah, they had 10 people on the field.
Who do you talk to? Who's that? Whose fault is that?
That's the coaches. That's the coaches.
Having them prepared. Having them prepared. Yeah, that's the coaches that.
That's a head court, the HC and the DC. I don't know how both of them miss it. Like, how do you miss that?
Okay, I don't know, but they lost.
Ohio State should have lost the game.
Ohio State should have lost. Clemson should have beat Florida State.
Clemson should have beat Florida State.
I don't know what the fuck that was about. That shit blowed me to all IN.
They whooped that smack.
My Canes, they did their thing against Temple. 41-7.
Always.
They shouldn't have scored the 7. It started pouring down rain. And
what's up, Willie?
Coach pulled them off the field and let them do their thing. Michigan.
What? They crushed them.
Big blue.
What's going on in Michigan? I wasn't very impressed with they win.
You ain't got to be impressed. It's a win, though.
Elmo's a Michigan fan.
What are we talking about?
Elmo's a Michigan fan.
I know. That's why I'm calling them out. I wasn't very impressed by it.
Harbaugh coming back this week, ain't he?
Yep, he's coming back this week. Yep, he's coming back this week.
I forgot he self-imposed a suspension on it, so
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. When you're great, you can do that.
Sometimes you got to do it before they do it.
Hey.
And let's touch on Brandon's Gators. I didn't call Brandon this Saturday because I seen the score to that game and I knew he was pissed. I was like, I gotta get my
it was disappointing though. I mean, a win is a win, don't think. And I put that on my post is that we got the dub. I'm not gonna never not be mad about a dub. It's just how we got the dub was very frustrating. When you drive the ball 94 yards on the first possession of the game, make it look promising against a team that we should beat by 50. And then we drive the ball all game in the red zone 5 times and to come up with just five field goals. But I think we might have missed one, to be honest with you.
Sometimes you gotta win ugly.
And I guess that's what you can use to motivate them for Kentucky. We got Kentucky coming up, but I guess that's what you can use. You know, you gotta win the ugly games too. But to the fans' eye, to somebody that actually watches the games, it wasn't a good one. The defense is number 5 in the country right now. Let's get that straight. The defense held their end of the bargain. They had their end of the bargain. They was on the field majority of the time in the second half, but we got to find a way. We got to find a way for Billy Napier, Mr. Sunbelt Billy, to get a little. He got to poke his chest out a little bit, man. All this running the ball, and I know he's trying to use that as our identity. Man, we got a decent quarterback, man. Graham Mertz has been playing amazing. He's passing 73% of his passes are completions, dog.
You know what I like?
He only thrown one interception that came off of a tip in week 1.
You know what I like,
man? Let's put the ball in his hands.
And I get this, Brent. I like the fact that he makes the safe throw. He has enough time in the pocket to either make a good throw or he throws the ball away.
Yeah.
But another game that was super good this week, and we kind of got overlooked, was LSU and Arkansas. That went down to the damn wire. That was 34-30.
Did it? Oh, I didn't even know they was.
Yeah, LSU and Arkansas went down to the wire. It was 34-31. LSU pulled it out. It literally was like down to the wire the entire game. It was like very much back and forth the entire game. That was a good game. Another good game. And I don't understand what the hell is going on, but somebody make it make sense to me. The Pac-12 seems to be the best goddamn conference in college football right now. You're supposed to pretty much
That's because they only got two people.
They only got two teams.
Back.
You only got two teams because Washington and Oregon State, that game was good. That game turned out to be 35-38. And Washington State and Jimmy, you keep saying stuff like, "Oh, not to throw shade at Deion. I don't want to bring that back up, but brother, he got to play Washington and Oregon State. Them boys look like contenders. They ain't no scrubs. You got to play them too, Jimmy. I looked through the top 10, and everything else looks to be. Oh, Penn State gave Iowa a goose egg.
Yes, they did.
I was like,
Big 10, baby.
That's 10.
Big 10, baby.
Y'all don't want to hear that though, right?
Listen, Washington almost put up a 60 piece on California. I was like we talk about Schrader and Caleb Williams. Can we talk about that Washington quarterback? I think old boy that had 400 yards in 4 games in a row. If I'm not mistaken.
Well, I don't know.
Huh?
Somebody.
I don't know.
Somebody just put their name into the Heisman race. Quarterback. I forget what school I was reading the article. I think it is Michael Penix.
And 4 touchdowns. Bro, this dude had 3 400-yard games and a 300-yard game. And I think he's got like 2 interceptions on the whole season like that. That's something we ain't talking about.
Yeah, we might got to look at him. Keep an eye on him.
And so we got next week coming up. And
wait a minute. We got to give a shout out to Duke. Still undefeated. And got a big game coming up this week. Duke versus Notre Dame.
Oh, they're finna get mopped. Hey, hold on. You're right. Let's shout out this, right? Let me give these two teams some love because I'm not a hater. Let's shout out the University of Missouri for being 4-0 right now in the SEC.
Mizzou.
And ain't nobody talking about it, bro. Ain't nobody talking about it.
2 hours west of me, 2 hours east of me.
Hey, hold on. Did Alabama lose to Mississippi?
No, they beat them.
No, they won.
No.
Oh, okay.
They played Ole Miss. They won 24.
Oh yeah, Ole Miss.
And let's give a shout out
to Mississippi. That's all.
The Kansas Jayhawks are 4-0.
Which another basketball school.
It's like the Kansas Jayhawks are 4-0. Yeah, but I think the best game of next week is going to be Notre Dame and Duke, and I don't see Notre Dame. I don't see Notre Dame whiffing that one that bad. Like Duke's been.
I don't know.
Listen. Duke's been cute. It's been cute watching them go 4-0. It was a nice little win over an apparent down Clemson team because that Clemson team just looked discombobulated as hell. So it was a cute little win. They done a few things, but they finna get to the real meat of their football schedule, and I don't see them beating Notre Dame. Like y'all.
But if they do,
then we'll revisit that and say Duke is a real contender. But right now, let's look at their schedule. Let's look at it. Look at who they done played. Let's see. Last 5 games. Okay, UConn, NU, Lafayette. Like them tune-up games. Their real game is Clemson. And yeah, them tune-up games. They beat Clemson and had 3 tune-up games, 3 practice games. Because I didn't even know.
Like I said, Duke will lose this weekend.
Yeah, Duke gonna lose. Because I didn't even know UConn had a football team. Okay, let's be real.
Really?
Another basketball team.
Hey, our boy came from UConn. You know, the running back, he was a corner, but changed to running back. Was it Jeremy Lincoln? Not Jeremy Lincoln. Damn.
But yeah, as far as
I forget. I'll get to him.
The bet Miami's on a bye week. Who the Gators? Oh, the Gators got Kentucky next week.
We got Kentucky this week.
Yeah, Miami's on a bye week. So the game of the week for me for college football next week will be Duke and Notre Dame. But I feel like Duke finna go ahead and mock them boys. So in week 6 of college football, who y'all top 4 in the playoffs?
The ones on top right now.
Ohio State.
Hold on. Before I got the graphic, baby. Hold on, got the graphic. Bomb. Let's see. Can I not put that up there?
I don't see it, bro.
Yeah. Hold on. I swear. Let me see. Oh, there we go.
See y'all the Club Shay Shays. Y'all be on the lookout. We got a new segment of Club Shay Shays.
Y'all be tripping, bro.
Kane Skywalker.
They be tripping, bro. Man.
We get a new Club Shay Shay every week. Y'all see that right there?
Every week, baby.
When you see that guy, just know somebody finna get served some fresh hot L's up in this joint.
Bro got a cowboy hat on, man.
While we talk about it,
I can't even take you serious. You got a cowboy hat on. I can't take you serious.
Nah, don't do that. This week on Club Shay Shay, we got Mr. Baker Mayfield. We got the Denver Broncos. And we got the Bears because Taylor Swift and Patty Mahomes decided to shit in the woods. And we got Prime Time and Club Shay Shay. Yeah. So basically how Club Shay Shay works for the people who don't know is every week I pull out a few people to go ahead and put in Club Shay Shays, you know what I'm saying, to get some laughs and giggles. Now understand this, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Florida State Succaneers will always be in Club Shay Shay when they lose. You don't ever have to doubt that. If the Bucks or the Noles got an L on that schedule, they automatically in Club Shay Shay. Everybody else is up for grabs.
All right.
If you get beat by 50, you go in the Club Shay Shay.
Can I say something about the Bucks real quick? I went to that game, and it's different when you're at the game. Listen, the Bucks, they should be embarrassed by their offensive line. Listen, it was so many times they were running the football, the offensive line gave no push. It's just like they just stood up. I'm like, where's the push? Where's the aggressiveness? I know they're young boys, but come on, man.
Nah, you're right, Jimmy. It is different from watching it on TV versus being there in person. It don't look like they're playing as they should be, like it shows on TV. So I'm with you on that one, Jimbo.
It did. They look very stagnant in like the second half, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
That's college football. You got your thing, Mike. So
yeah, I got you. I got my bomb. Our top 25 for this week. Honestly, it looks about right to me. The top 4 look right. Every week, Florida State look like they one fuck up away from losing.
They are.
They one fuck away from losing every single.
Penn State will be in the top 5. Penn State will be in the top 4 soon, I think. And so will South Carolina. I mean USC. I can see Miami dropping. I see Kansas moving up. Fresno State, I see them falling out. Tennessee, the way they
Jerry Azuma.
They carry coming up. Yeah, Jerry Azuma, safety for the Bears.
Yeah. He came from UConn. He was a running back, but he switched to corner.
I think they'll stay about the same. Duke definitely gonna drop down. Florida, I can see them moving up.
Well, why Miami got to drop? Ooh,
I see Miami dropping. I don't see them maintaining top 25 throughout the year. I don't see it.
Who we play? We got like one tough game. At this point, the only tough game we got is Florida State.
I'll be honest. I'm surprised Alabama is at 12, but they'll be in the playoffs though because of politics. So,
no, they won't.
No, they won't.
They've been in the playoffs. Watch.
Nah, here's
the thing. It's hard to put them in there.
If Alabama doesn't show up against LSU, I don't see it. I think it'll be the same thing as last year. If Alabama gets to the SEC championship, it's one of them things where it's like I think that's really good that I want Alabama to get to the SEC championship because I don't want to see 2 SEC schools in the playoffs. So go ahead and put Alabama. Go ahead and put them in the top 4, and then let them go ahead and play Georgia, and then let them let one of them other wash each other out. And that way, boom, we don't have to see 2 SEC teams in the top 4. I said it last year, and I keep telling y'all, I don't give a damn if Georgia beat TCU 120-7. Alabama still ain't deserved to be there. I don't give a damn how good the game is. You lost 2 games, you lost 2 games, my brother. Sorry.
This will be the year. This will be the first year since the playoffs started. We won't see 2 SEC teams.
Right.
I love to see
This
that.
will be the year.
Brandon?
So let's move it on.
Yes, sir. Elmo, the hot corner.
I thought we was gonna do our free Dame campaign.
Oh no, we'll hit NBA after Elmo.
That brother gonna be stuck in Portland for the rest of his life.
You
But
are.
anyway, no, but whatever. Though,
That man a hot
Hey, the
seat.
Yankees got eliminated. The Yankees get eliminated from the playoffs.
Yankees actually looking pretty decent, but they're not going to the playoffs this year. No, this will be the first time.
Oh, that's a first.
First time in
That's
14
a
years
first in a
they don't make the playoffs.
They
man.
could have teared New York up.
And the crazy thing about it is the Yankees always have the highest payroll every year out of any team. And in the last 10 years, they only have 1 World Series. Ridiculous. But it shows you money can't buy championships. And that's why I like baseball, because baseball is just you and that pitcher. It's that batter and that pitcher. It ain't like football where you scrambling for your life and like, I got to run. I'm depending on this person to block for me. I'm depending on this person to run the route. Baseball is you and that pitcher. That's it. And then you use your defense as a secondary. But anyway, over to baseball, man. Look, let me tell you something, man. Since last week, we didn't have a couple more teams actually make their way into the playoffs, man. And it is heating up. It's only literally 7 games left in the MLB right now. So right now we heading out west to the Dodgers, baby. The game, who I like out there in LA, the Dodgers actually beating the Colorado Rockies 3-0 right now. Interleague play over in the Central over here in Cleveland. Actually losing to Cincinnati 9-7 in the top of the 9th right now. Now this is a critical game because Cincinnati is literally 1 game out of the second spot for the NL wild card right now, and they're battling with the Cubs, the Marlins, and the Arizona Diamondbacks right now. Over to the AL Central.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's coming down to it, and like Cincinnati may pull it out right now. You go over to the AL Central. You got Kansas City and Detroit. Kansas City actually has the worst record in baseball at the moment, and they're losing to the Tigers of Detroit 4-2. Right over there to that NL East, you got Philly versus Pittsburgh tied right now at the bottom of the 9th. Philly is up the plate right now. Back over to Jody Carter, New York, over to Toronto in the top of the 8th. A good one, 0-0. Still, both of them got goose eggs. And then you head over to the AL East. You got Tampa Bay and Boston. Tampa Bay already secured their spot in the playoffs with their win. They already secured it. So right now, they're actually just playing.
Florida in the house.
Exactly. They simply just playing right now. And the good thing about Tampa Bay, a lot of people don't know, they actually just struck a deal for a brand new stadium in St. Petersburg.
Yes, they did. Shout out to Tampa Bay.
And I saw the plans because for y'all that don't know, I work in IT. So I saw their plans to their stuff, and it looks nice because it hasn't been released to the public. It looks beautiful, for real. You know, but my team over there to the bottom of the 6th, in the NL Central, my Chicago Cubs, who are beating the Braves 6-1 at Truist Park.
Braves are some frauds.
This is a tough game for the Cubs because they're right now currently on a 3-game win streak, and they're tied with the Arizona Diamondbacks right now for that second spot in the wild card right now. It's like they battling day in, day out, neck and neck. Heading over out west again, you got Oakland and Minnesota. Minnesota already won the AL Central Division already. They're currently beating the Oakland A's 5-0. The White Sox and Arizona Diamondbacks in the league play over in the AL Central. White Sox was literally just up 3-0, and there's some bums. They that Arizona climbed back into it, and now they're losing 8-4. So I needed Arizona to potentially lose, so they could put they push the Cubs up by half a game in the wild card, but que sera, sera. And then them EIEI.
We ain't gonna do y'all no favors.
Yeah, the EI boys. St. Louis is beating the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers already clinched the NL Central right now.
Praise Milwaukee.
So
Get some
taking
beer.
a look in the standings, and we're looking at who's in. Baltimore is in right now. Tampa Bay is in right now. Minnesota is in right now. The AL West is one of the tightest divisions in baseball right now because it's literally Texas, Houston, and Seattle that's battling to win the division. It is so close that you can't even crown a division champion at this moment right now. That's how close it is. Heading over to the NL, we know Atlanta already won. Philadelphia, which is in their division. Philadelphia is already in their division. They already secured the number one spot for the NL, the first NL wild card right now. But then you head on over to the NL Central. Milwaukee, as I said earlier, they clinched the NL Central, but Chicago, the Cubs, Cincinnati are all battling for that second wild card spot right now. Heading over out west, you got the Dodgers that's already clinched their division already. But then you have Arizona, who's already battling for that second spot in the NL wild card right now. So
that makes a good team.
So the NL wild card is battling between 5 teams right now. Well, no, 4. Miami, the Marlins, the Cubs, Arizona, Cincinnati. Them 4 are literally bound, and it's all divided by no more than a game and a half right now between all
with 7 to go.
With seven to go, so it can swing anyway. It can swing anyway right now. And that's why I love baseball, especially in September, because it comes down to the wire, literally. So, things that happened in baseball history today. 1908, when the Cubs before they won in 2016, you had Ed Rubacher. The Chicago Cubs became the only pitcher to throw 2 shutouts in a doubleheader, beating the Super Boss 5-0 and 3-0. 1993, I was 13 years old. Big unit, Randy Johnson of the Seattle Mariners became the 8th pitcher to strike out 300 batters in the season with 13 strikeouts in 10 innings of a 3-2 12-inning loss to the boys out west in Oakland. And then 1998, Kurt Schilling became the 5th player to strike out 300 batters in consecutive season when he fanned Kevin Ory in the 7th inning of Philadelphia's 43 loss to Florida in the first game of a doubleheader. This is our trivia question of the week. This pitcher became the first pitcher to pitch 5 no-hitters, hurling a 5-0 victory over the Los Angeles Dodgers at the Astrodome. 10 seconds. 10.
Nolan Ryan.
8. And there it is. Nolan Ryan, 1981. He threw his 5th no-hitter in 1981, beating the Los Angeles, the LA Dodgers out there in the Astros, man. And it was it's still a record till this day, to be honest with you. And that's it for baseball, guys.
I'll get $5.
I didn't offer no money. This
He didn't offer no money this time.
Elmo about to go make me start studying baseball now. All this trivia.
Elmo, you want to know some cool shit though? When I was going to MTI, you want to know one of the name of one of my classmates?
What's that?
Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson, Oakland, drafted by the New York Yankees, 1967.
Yeah, his name was
drafted by the
Jackson.
Yankees. Yeah, Hall of Famer Reggie Jackson.
We just used to call him October.
Mr. October.
Okay.
Mr. October.
It was Reggie Jackson. Though. I thought that was pretty cool. B, did they free Dan yet? That's all I want to know.
News. Listen, let's not miss over what Jimmy said. We do want to congratulate Coco Golf.
Yes.
I don't think we did.
I love watching her play.
Yes.
So let's shout out to Coco Golf for the U.S. Open champion.
19. Youngest to ever win it.
Yep.
The youngest to ever win it.
So that's good. I'm glad for her. Naomi didn't want it. He too stressed.
Stop. For the NBA, the biggest news we got is, of course, with the Dame sweepstakes. The rumors that I am hearing is that the Heat is slowing down conversations because Portland is wanting a little bit too much. So another running dog is in the mate. The Toronto Raptors are the leading team at this present moment of pulling Dame into their organization. So,
and the Chicago Bulls.
I was just about to say that. There's some other rumors out there that Chicago has begun talks. Philly is still in talks.
Well, they ain't gonna do shit. They always talking.
Hey, is LA is them Lakers in talk?
No,
No,
they can't afford it.
they ain't got no money.
Let me get on the
Can't
phone.
afford.
Let me get on the phone with Brian.
In other
He
news,
don't need no help.
Let that man do his segment, man. Be quiet.
in other news, of course, the biggest thing other than Dame Lillard is James Harden.
Yeah.
Philly has killed the talks with the Clippers. Media day starts actually October 2nd or 3rd. I could be wrong.
Third.
But October
Oh, so
2nd,
next
3rd.
week.
So
Mhm.
media
Next
day
week.
starts. Everybody's looking to see if James Harden is going to show up to media day. Training camp starts in 30 days. So he might not be at media day. However, we'll see what happens if he's there in 30 days. If he's not there, he's voiding his right to be signed to another team next year. So that's all the news I got in basketball, man, until after media day.
Man, boxing gonna be real short. Listen, it's fight week.
Yes.
Canelo.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I got a picture I want to show y'all. Canelo versus my boy Jermell. Iron Man Charlo. Listen, 168-pound division, undisputed versus undisputed. And this
My
right
bad,
here,
my finger slipped. Yep.
this is the belt that the WBC made for the winner of the Canelo versus
That's
Charlo
a
fight.
beautiful for real.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's beautiful.
That's nice.
Gorgeous. So whoever wins is gonna get that. And also the
Is that
WBC
undisputed?
yeah, for undisputed for 168.
Okay.
So
Okay.
WBC also said that whoever wins this fight, that they have to fight. No, I'm sorry. They said if Canelo wins, Canelo has to fight David Benavidez, the Mets.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm actually shocked that the WBC is doing this because we know the WBC stands for we back Canelo. They do whatever Canelo.
Canelo a monster, man. Canelo a monster. Though.
No, he ain't. Canelo ain't no monster.
His
No,
time
he's
is
not.
over, bro. His time is over. His
He
time is over.
ain't no monster. Floyd, man, shut that dude down.
Hey,
He
that
ain't
was
no
a
monster.
nice fight too. I still
Man,
watch that fight from time to time.
talk about working a Mog out. He worked him out.
But listen, this fight with Charlo and Canelo is gonna be amazing. I got
Yes.
Charlo hands down. Hands
And
down.
you know what? This will be the first time me and Jimmy agree. Because I got Charlo. Charlo gonna get him.
I got Canelo in there. To be
I
honest,
put money on it, Elmo, already.
Woo! No, Elmo, let it go. Charlo.
I got
Charlo.
$50 that says Canelo.
Canelo too flat footed for that boy.
I got 50.
You got 50. I got 75.
I got 75 that Canelo win.
I got 75. Charlo win.
Okay, well, what happens in split decision or even by decision? If even by decision, win is a win.
Yeah,
Win is win.
Win is a win.
All right, cool. And
We
if
don't
it's a
do
draw,
that technical. It's just win alone.
Gotcha.
You keep your bread.
Gotcha. 75 on it. I got Canelo.
75.
Y'all
Ooh,
heard
y'all.
receipts.
Yeah.
We got the receipts.
We don't promote gambling on the show.
We all grown.
So I don't.
Yeah, we do.
I'm just like the SEC to know we don't do gambling.
They got FanDuel and all that other shit.
They
You gotta
mean
respect them.
75
For real.
cases of Mountain Dew, like Skip and Shannon. That's what they mean.
Hey, we running a fight club backstage. Don't worry about us.
Hey, so now Brandon brought it up to me real quick. Brandon brought it up to me that when me and Telly go back and forth on fights, Telly got the upper hand, but Telly agreed with me on this time, so that's a good thing.
Yes,
It's a good thing.
yes.
boy.
That means he got success. He gonna win. Just have his money ready, Elmo.
I'm not worried about that. I got Canelo knocking his ass out. I'm telling you.
Listen,
All right, we gonna see.
He got jail. He got cash out. Which way you want it, Jimmy? Because it's gonna be coming through one of them.
Listen, Elmo, because I'm reasonable, I give you a week to get it together, and you can get it to me.
You ain't gotta give me nothing. You ain't gotta give me nothing to get together. I'm telling you. All right, we'll see.
All right,
we will see. Because it's right on.
Are you gonna watch the fight, Elmo?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the fight. I got Showtime.
Okay. All right.
well,
I mean,
I'm a
It
video.
costs $80 though.
Put your phone
I
in front of
got-
the TV, dog.
I got Showtime. It's free.
Okay. Oh, is it?
Not telling
Okay.
you to come over.
Huh?
Yeah, just stop asking questions, Taylor. It's
Hey,
free.
tell
for
me.
you.
Okay.
It's free. You got it.
Oh, it's like that. Never mind.
Yeah, it's free for you, Taylor.
Never mind.
They can't tell me what the hell to do with my damn subscription I pay for. I give it to whoever I feel like giving it to. Long as they get
Hey,
their money, they should
we
be.
are not sharing. Yeah, we are not sharing subscriptions on this show. So don't go fucking with my cable. My internet is finally right. Leave me alone.
But that's our time for the night because we don't share subscriptions. All right.
No,
Yeah, we don't share subscriptions.
But
Hey,
hey,
I'm trying to
make sure,
charge you for that.
hey, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure
I'm
you
charging for that.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts. Whatever. If it's got a podcast on it, goddamn it, just follow us on there. We on there somewhere.
There you
Thanks.
go.
Hey, check.
Thank you
make
for
sure-
everybody that came out.
Right.
Show.
Me and Telly.
Oh man, the people.
For your middle.
Oh, tomorrow, y'all know y'all got to tune in Wednesday.
Hey, Telly,
Yes.
you beat my butt. Congratulations, doggy. In a
Jimmy,
great
at
A.
this point,
Win. Oh, and there, yeah.
Great A. Oh my.
Hey, brother. I had a bunch of Miami stuff, so that's all. That's my. I ain't even had
This
Jalen
dude had
Waddle out.
40 This dude had almost 50 points to running back. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Listen,
Moser. Yeah.
hey, before we go real quick, bro, I was getting.
Oh,
my
we
ass-
forgot our fantasy stuff.
I
Yes.
was getting my
I forgot to
ass.
give y'all the fantasy update.
Devontae Adams pulled me out of the muck in 2 leagues, dog. I was like,
Congratulations to Jody on his first win. That man was pressing. He got his congratulations with Chef Jimbo, one of the 4 undefeated in the Family Talk Football League. Congratulations to Brandon.
Got his.
That's one of the 2-1s. Yeah.
congratulations. to
Brandon
me.
is only Brandon and one other person that's 2-1. Everybody else, Elmo, congratulations.
Hey, Elmo, welcome
Undefeated.
to the club, baby. Welcome to the club. Well, Elmo already been there, but I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, so everybody else is 1 and 2.
What about the Great 8 league? Everybody else getting congratulations. I'm 3-0.
You 3-0 in the
Oh,
grade A.
congratulations for Jody is undefeated, looking good, looking contentious.
And finna be 4-0.
Who you playing?
You
You better hope.
see what I
Don't have a
you see
game
what I
back
did
to
to
back.
that man?
Yeah.
Listen, they ain't gonna have they ain't playing the Denver Broncos.
Okay. They playing the Buffalo Bills. Even better.
Now, Telly, slow
Bills got
down,
an actual
Telly. Slow
defensive
down.
line.
Keep telling y'all.
Hey, I'm a Miami
down,
Dolphins
Telly.
fan, baby.
Listen,
Slow
we ain't
down.
And I know
playing-
one thing, the Bears and Dolphins don't lose on the same day, so
Nah,
It's the first time for everything.
that's our time. Hey, we finna hit y'all with the hottest sports intro and outro in the podcast game because we just good like that. We'll see y'all tomorrow at 8 o'clock, y'all. Peace.
peace out.
Yeah, jumping out of the basement, best in the game, ain't no need for replacements. Beating up the block, putting holes in the pavement. Pass up the rock, the only thing we shooting J's with. Easy on the scene, family talk, it's the kingpin. Sports and direct, no ESPN. Being top rate, busting streams through your state. Bro, we all up for debate, but this ain't first take. Hell no. Right here, you can get it in a hurry. Listen as we drop nuggets. No Joker, no Murray for the 3-step Curry. Took it like a thief. My homeboy Pat classified as a chief. Jody hit us with the college. We got MLB knowledge. Boxing social with the chef. TKO before the stoppage. Playing homage to the best. Us, we proclaim Uncle Pudge and the CEO. This the end game.
I'm the one that got the stick. Make that motherfucker flip. Safe bet with all your chips. I'm the one, not 2 and not 3. That ain't me. I'm the one and only. Ain't no asses in my seat. I'm the one. Might check me on the one. Niggas hate me cause I won. And they hate me. I'm the one. Ain't no faking. I'm the no mistaking, I'm the one. Ain't no breaking, I'm the one. I'm the greatest, I'm the one.